These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Militiaman. Article quote, Iraq is preparing to establish a project that will change the oil map. Will it affect energy producers? Quote, included the project of this new pipeline with an estimated amount of 6.5 billion dinars or $4.9 billion. Think about what they just said. 6.5 billion Iraqi dinar equates to $4.9 billion. It's like saying the dinar is worth 1.32 to 76 cents. That to me will be considered a rear. All right, Frank 26 has an article, quote, Iraq is preparing to establish a project that will change the oil map. Will it affect energy producers? Frank says if you change the oil map, you change the exchange rate, the value of the currency of Iraq. Quote, Iraq's financial budget for the current year included the new pipeline project, estimated approximately 6.5 billion Iraqi dinars, $4.9 billion. Frank says, I don't need to go any further than that. 132 is what the citizens of Iraq are potentially in a position to receive. This article proves there's a different rate in the budget. Right, Sandy Ingram says we're looking for the development road project to eliminate the IMF's concerns over revenue outside of the oil industry and increase Iraq's GDP to the point of increasing the currency's value against the dollar, as we have seen happen with the Mexican peso against the USD. Iraq is working towards the goals of the IMF. All right, Mark Z via PTK says not much news overnight, but I do not take that as a bad thing. There are interesting things happening in Iraq. Things are definitely pointing to something sooner rather than later. Walking Stick, referring to the $4.9 billion for a pipeline in the budget. Didn't you say it was 6.5 billion dinars? Yeah, and you're saying it equals 4.9 billion. Walking Six says, yeah, they told the world 6.5 billion IQDs is equivalent to $4.9 billion. 6.5 divided by 4.9 comes out to 132 or 76 cents. You don't have to think any more after this. That's billions to billions, not trillions to millions. That's a rate change. You're telling the world this. All right, Nader from the Mideast says, I know they're working on the exchange rate from here to the 8th of July. We will have some good news, I hope. Caparoni question, what happens now that the auctions are soon to be over? What does this mean for the dinar holders out there, Cap? Caparoni says it means monetary policy is changing after 20 years to reflect the economic changes in Iraq. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Frank 26, the new ATMs are everywhere now. It's not hundreds, it's not thousands, it's tens of thousands of them. They're everywhere that an Iraqi citizen can walk to. They are at their hookahs, mosques, barbershops, streets, banks, corners. They're everywhere. They're going to be a massive rush going into banks. Lastly, I have a Mountain Goat question. Do they have to RV to make the budget work? Mountain Goat says, if you take what the Prime Minister told us about dropping of the zeros in April 2023 article, we can see that taking the 1320 rate and dropping the 3 zeros makes it $1.32. If we take the 6.5 billion dinars allocated for the new pipeline construction, it is actually about $4.9 billion. If we divide 6.5 by 4.9, we get 132. Is this a coincidence? Can you see now why I am so excited? Many believe it is not coincidental, and so I agree. Do they need the change in the rate to build the pipeline? What about the other projects too, like the 7 new refineries? That was a question. Mountain Goat response is if it does, they will have to get their act in gear real soon, as they also told us they plan to begin this new pipeline now, not in 2025.